morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name's Bernie. I'm from Melbourne in Australia, and I'm part of the Card Creators Plus group, along with Tammy and Stephanie. This week I've been making some gift boxes to give some Easter eggs to as part of our Easter theme. So today's one is another milk carton, but this one is a little bit different. So this one actually the lid lifts off. So this one I've got some little pink and blue rabbits up here and some blue rabbits down the bottom. This one says Hoppy Easter. It has a bow on it, but this one actually lifts off. So if you were going to give someone a chocolate, an Easter egg, so giving them someone like that, or again back to our theme of putting in something nice to, and that just sits on top like that. Okay, so we're going to make this one today. So again, all of our files, the cutting files are all in our Card Creators Plus Facebook group. They're up in the files section. Everything's made for a cutting machine, so there's an SVG up there with all of the template all cut out. So you've got a box, a base and a lid for this one. So this one you actually need 2 pieces of cardstock. I wasn't able to get it on 1 piece of cardstock, and that's because it's a bit of a decent size. So that's what it looks like. So let's get started. So we have, this is our lid. So the lid has 4 sections, a side piece and a top bit. And again, I have folded and burnished all of our score lines, except for the triangle, same as the last one that we made. So this one, if you just sort of gently guide it, you don't need to burnish it because the magic happens at the end. So just sort of make sure that the triangles, they've got a little bit of life in them, and just fold it down, and then that is our middle section. So that's the top of our box, and then this is the base. Okay, so the base folds up with all of the sides, and that's where the egg sits. So we have a base and we have a lid. So as with all of our other ones, I've got some, all of these are in the file. We've got two pieces that go across the top of our box. And then we have 4 pieces that also go on the box. All these measurements are already on the SVG that's in the folder. If you choose not to use the mats, then just cut the layers. It'll just give you a 1/4 inch around, but I've used mats and layers. Again, I've printed them out on my home printer, and I've just gone around them with a marker pen just to so that white edge is gone. So we've got those, and then for our base, we've got 4 pieces, again with mats and layers. All measurements are in the file. So that's the base. So this is here. Now, it's easiest if they all have to go a certain way. So because when they fold up, when the box folds up, all the paper has to be the same way. So just put them down as, like this one will look like it's upside down, but when it folds up, it's the right way. And then, so if we look at it like that, all the bottoms, so if you're using a directional paper, all the bottom of the directional paper needs to be facing into the middle. I haven't put one on the bottom. You could if you choose to, but I haven't done that. So all bottoms facing into the middle, and then we're just going to glue them in place like we have with the others. And we'll just go, my glue, the old glue that I was using died, so I'm onto a different glue. So just lining it up, making sure you've got similar space around 4 sides. Again, the bottom of the directional paper is facing the middle. there's all our mats and layers in place, and now when we lift it all up, everything's facing the right way. So again, we've got some tabs that I'll just give them a bit of a burnish. So there's tabs on two sides of the card. So if we just go with one, and then again, the first one is always the most difficult. Just line it up, run your finger down the edge because those edges will fit perfectly. And you've got the corner that's in there, lovely. Do the other side. There's no rush, just make sure you've got your edges lined up perfectly. And then again, just hold that inside with your finger on there. And again, the last one's a little bit tricky, so we might just let that one, make sure this third one is really grabbed, so that when we just run your bone fold up over all of them, the edges that we've done so far. Okay. So this one, get our glue in there and make sure it's right up to that corner. Right on that corner. Oops, not. There we go. And just put your bone folder down to make sure that everything is lined up perfectly. And that one's got a little bit too much glue in there, so I'll let that sit for the moment. So there's our box, there's our base. I'll just move that to the side and then I'll attach these. So we've got 4 that go across here, across there, and again, 2, the ones with the triangles don't need any mats and layers. So we will put our mats and layers on the bottom part. And now, normally when I do this, I do the 2 inside ones first to make sure that they're lined up and then the outer, but we'll go a bit wild today because I didn't do it. Oops, nearly went on the wrong way. There's 2 in place. So the actual making of the box doesn't take long in any of the ones that I've made this week. It's more around the mats and layers, getting all them on. So sometimes I'll have a production line going. I might take things out of my craft room and watch some TV in the other room while I'm doing some gluing of mats and layers. Sometimes I'll make one box at a time from where to go. It just depends on how I'm feeling at any given time. And our 4th one goes in place. So there's our 4 bottom pieces, and then we've just got 2 pieces to go on here. I had to engineer this backwards. I actually had a milk carton that I tried to work out the dimensions of and thought, actually, I'm going to take one apart and have a look to see what's actually needed to be done. I'm a visual person. I like to see things how it should be and then work out how to do it. And I've obviously got some glue on my mat because it's sticking a bit. You've got sort of here lined up. Yeah, so there. So there's our top. And now we need to glue it. So we've got our 2 triangles and we've got here again, we've got our side piece. So we're putting some glue on this tab. Folding it over, lining it up. Okay, so we might just let that because that's quite a solid seam. Make sure we've got it all lined up properly and that it's grabbed. Oops. And then we've got this again. So we're going to, it's easier if you push these in. So our 2 sides that we've got our triangle on, if you just push those in, and then there's the lid of our box. Now this one is different to the M&M tube that I made. The M&M tube opened, this one doesn't. So we're actually going to put some tape on, which I should have done before I glued this together. So I haven't. So let's see how we go. So when it's laying flat, if you put a piece of tape on the sides with the triangles, it would have been much easier to do before I glued this side down. But because we haven't, let's see what we can do. It could get quite messy. So we've got, and I'll just make sure I am giving you, yes, because this bit here and this bit need to glue together. So it needs to go on the side with the triangles. Now this could be quite interesting. It's not the best, but we got there. And normally I wouldn't use my scissors on this, which is why I like doing it when it's flat. I would just tear it, but we've got what we've got. Again, we're putting it on the side with the triangle. I just find the tape works better than glue here. And there we go, we've got a piece. And I'm just going to cut that there. So there's our tape. Now we need to just, if we can, it might be easier to do it from the back. Just make sure that that tape is really stuck down. So, which is why when it's, had it been flat, you would do it from the top. But underneath should work as well. And then turn it over and just make sure that the double-sided tape has actually grabbed. So we're going to peel off the backing tape because it hasn't got a nice edge. It's going to be a bit of a pain. There we go. So there's one side and another side. Again, we're squishing those 2 pieces in and making, there we go. And there's our lid, our box lid, and then it sits, it just goes over the top, and there becomes our milk carton with a lift-off lid. Again, it's got a nice, there we go. So there's our milk carton with our box lid. think because I haven't done the tape properly, it's not perfect, but it's quite okay. Now, on this one, I might actually put, I've got a Happy Easter, another sentiment here that I will put on like I did on this one. I'll do the same. So I'm just going to put some sticky squares on here. And I might just cut this, and I shouldn't be using my scissors for this, but I'll give them a clean. I won't be using that one. And down there. So we'll just take backing tape off those. And there's no real right or wrong or front or back on this. So I will just put this, line it up. And there we go, there's our Happy Easter. Now with this one, I didn't put the holes in the template because it was going through too many layers because you've also got a hole, and I just want one hole, so I couldn't put the hole in. So I'm just going to use my hole punch. I'm just going to use this, and I'll take it off, make it a little bit easier. You don't have to put ribbon on. It's just, give it a little bit. Now I'm going to use this hole, and I'm going to line it up, which I might just see. It's 2.5, so I want 1.25 to put my hole. So I don't have a pencil handy. No, I'm just going to eyeball it. Not there, that's for sure. There, that will do. Okay, it's not centered, but that's okay. And then I have some ribbon. I'll just put a bit of white ribbon through. So this one I might actually put it through there. Put it through, and then again another bow. Like I said, you don't have to do a bow. You can decorate it however you like. And then we're going to cut our ribbon. Not with a bit of sticky tape in there, we won't. I'll give these a good clean with some alcohol, distilled alcohol shortly. Get all that glue off. Take our bow and give it a chop. And there is our Happy Easter. So there's two. Oops, where's my other lid? Bottom. Oh, actually, this is the one. I've got them around the wrong way. This one. Oh, that's right. I thought I had different colour card. So that one is there and there. So we have two the same, similar. And yeah, it's a nice gift to give someone, just a small Easter egg in there, and just says Happy Easter. And so now I've got two. So I've got two of everything made. So I'm well on the way if I need to have any spare. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you go. Let me know if there's anything that that hasn't worked for you. I'd love to see your creations. Again, in the Card Creators Plus Facebook group, up in the files section, you'll get the SVG for all of these that I've made over the week. So thank you for watching. Happy Easter when it does come around, and hopefully by then you'll have made some creations and you'll be able to share. And I actually have got them on the wrong way because I can look by the colour of the ink that I've used around. So that one goes on there. Not that it really matters. They both fit the same. It's just that one had yellow and this one had orange colour ink around it. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care and happy crafting. Bye for now.